trying to study. Dang. Hey, girl. Just wait. I'm trying to study. Just hold on. Okay. Quick question. Okay. Yeah, check your message now. I didn't go to the party tonight.
Nah, man, you gotta study.
You lame. Yeah, stop calling. I'm trying to study. Yeah. You have to stay away from your phone while studying because it's a major source of distraction, takes you away from your study time, and makes you look focused.
Flashcards. Flashcards are a great way to study. Flashcards provide a good balance to your notes by making you an active learner.
What are two study methods that you recommend for students?
Okay, two study methods for students. Number one, first thing you need to find out what works best for you, right? There are different methods that works different for different students. One method that worked for me when I was a student and all the way up to my graduate studies was that I did flashcards. So I would do flashcards, I would write the information on one part of a card, write the answer on the other, and then I would literally say it out loud in my head to myself until I can understand, because that is important, what's on the flashcard. You can also use those, and that's what I have done. Give them to friends. So all the friends who wants to hang out with you, wants to be your friend, who want to be cool with you, give them some work to do. So you hand them the flashcard, let them ask you the question, and then you answer it, and then they can see where you go wrong and tell you whether or not you're right or wrong until you get the concept that is important. Because oftentimes students just try to memorize stuff, and so when you go into an exam and you don't understand one word, you miss one word, so you miss everything because you were trying to memorize it. But if you try to understand the concept and understand the material, then that will work better for you. So flashcards is one. Another method that works for me at times, studying as a group, studying with other people, and sometimes for me taking the lead in ensuring that, okay, I have a responsibility to make certain that I understand this material because I'm going to be required to explain it to my classmates. So that will force you to prepare, right? Because if somebody's depending on you for understanding for this information, then it's going to force you to prepare and to be able to help them. So those are two methods. So again, if studying group works for you, do that. But first you also need to prepare by yourself before you study in group. Oftentimes students shows up in group to study and they have not read the textbook, they have not gone over their notes. You should not do that. So you should ensure that you prepare ahead of time and then you show up to the group so that you have something to contribute to the group. And then listening to your peers explain stuff, and each and everyone in the group say what they understand or what they don't understand. If one person understands one concept or one part of the work better than the other, then they take it up to make certain that the other probably get the same understanding as they do. And so those are the two study tips that I would give students, and those are the two study tips that I do give my students. One, use flashcards. Those always help. Take them wherever you go. Give your friends work, your family member, whomever, hand them to them, and then let them quiz you on them. And also another one, you asked for two, but I'm going to give you three. Write stuff, right? So oftentimes students just read from the text, read from their book, and they're expecting to memorize stuff in their brain. But write it, and write it in your own words. So take it from the paper, from the notes, from the book, or wherever you get that notes from. Rephrase it into your own word, your understanding of how you understand it, and write it. And write it until you're able to write from your brain. right? So you're able to, if there's a topic, you can write on the topic. And if you can do that, then chances are you understand what you're writing, right? So rewrite it. Okay?
Thank you
Those are
for
my
your
study
time.
tips.
What are some study methods that you would give to students?
I would tell them, study as you go. Students tend to think, oh, I spent all night studying, I was up to 4 in the morning studying for this test tomorrow. It sounds good, but it's not good, it's not effective. You need to study as you go. I would say, take some time when you leave class, review that material, and before you go to class again, review or start looking at what you're going to discuss in the next class. So that way you're seeing the information multiple times, right? You see it before you go to class, you see it in class, and then you review it that day. Again, you may go to class 3 days or 2 days a week, but you should be working on material every day. Therefore, when the test comes, you don't have to, do a lot of studying the night before, and it helps you retain it because you want to do well on the test, but you really want to learn the material.